Straight ahead on OC News, a protest erupts on campus. Students are upset over several of President Trump's initiatives.
A solution to the parking problem on campus just might be as easy as a short shuttle ride to a remote location.
And the Titans baseball team is expected to have a great season. We'll have a live preview.
All this, weather, and a look at some of the high-tech gizmos we'll see at the Winter Olympics. OC News starts right now. Welcome to OC News. I'm Taylor Perea.
And I'm Nicholas Garcia.
OC News is brought to you by the broadcast journalism students at Cal State Fullerton.
We start tonight with another protest, this one on our Cal State Fullerton campus. At one point, the protest turned ugly. Our own OC News' Ramina Camacho has the details.
What started as a peaceful protest against President Trump's executive orders turned into total chaos when a professor allegedly attacked a student who was pro-Trump.
Yeah, is everyone okay?
Do what you want.
Right, correct.
Thank you.
You
Yes.
can do that, but there is no physical.
Yes.
No, it's unacceptable for a professor to say.
The march was originally organized by a student group called Justice in Palestine.
We knew that we weren't the only ones on campus. We know that a lot of Titans at CSUF have also felt personally attacked by the Trump administration. So we felt that it would be a good idea to organize a march where we could show all of CSUF that we're all supportive of everyone.
No hate, no fear. Immigrants are welcome here. No.
Nothing has ever gotten done without people standing up together and protesting. I mean, we wouldn't have women's rights or black rights or anything if people didn't come together to do stuff like this. This is how change occurs.
Just in, the U.S. Senate has confirmed Jeff Sessions as Attorney General. After a lengthy and contentious debate, the Alabama senator was approved by a vote of 52-47, mostly on party lines. Sessions was an early supporter of Donald Trump and is one of the most conservative lawmakers in the Senate. CNN's Scott McLean takes a look at the controversy leading up to the final vote.
Mitch McConnell said that I was out of line and shut me up.
Democrats are trying to stand in the way of some of Donald Trump's cabinet nominations, but in the process, Senator Elizabeth Warren was asked to sit down.
She was warned. She was given an explanation. Nevertheless, she persisted.
Warren was reading from a 1986 letter from Martin Luther King Jr.'s widow, urging Congress to block Jeff Sessions' then nomination to the federal bench. Now Senator Sessions is Trump's pick for Attorney General. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said Warren impugned Sessions, breaking Senate rules. Warren did finish the letter outside the Senate chamber on Facebook Live.
Mr. Sessions has used the awesome power of his office to chill the free exercise of the vote by black citizens in the district he now seeks to serve as a federal judge.
The battle over Sessions' nomination comes after Trump's education secretary, Betsy DeVos, was confirmed by the narrowest of margins. Sessions will get a vote only after a marathon Senate debate. Democrats are expected to give the same treatment to Health and Human Services nominee Tom Price and potentially others.
Democrats once again spent hours last night in a counterproductive discussion about one of President Trump's clearly qualified nominees.
In a tweet, President Trump called it a disgrace that Democrats are stalling nominations.
It's been a wet few weeks in Orange County.
Yes, it has, and more rain is on the way. Olga Mason has the forecast.
That's right. It's been a roller coaster weather week this week, and it will continue. We dried out today with today's high, let me scoot over here, reaching 72 degrees. And the humidity level went up because of the high pressure system that came in and the moisture still lingering in the atmosphere. So it went up to 77%. The sun will set tonight at 5:30 p.m. And then now moving on to Fullerton's 5-day forecast. Tomorrow, our temperature rises to, once again, tomorrow, our temperature does rise to a high of 78 degrees. So it'll still be sticky with that humidity level still high. And then once again, everything changes on Friday. We get 100% chance of rain, so don't put away your umbrellas and jackets just yet. And the high only reaches 67 degrees on Friday. On Saturday, everything dries out, but the high is only 70, and then the low dips down to 47 degrees. Then on Sunday, that roller coaster once again starts, the weather gets nicer as a Santa Ana offshore wind comes in and warms everything up. So that entire beginning of next week looks dry, mid 70s for all that week, and nice weather. So, but we've got to endure a little bit throughout. That's it for our weather. Now back to Nicholas.
Thank you, Olga. If you're a student at Cal State Fullerton, then you've probably experienced the struggle of parking on campus. This semester, for the first time ever, campus officials are trying to fix the problem by providing students with additional off-campus parking, but only for a limited time. Reporter Savannah Romero has more.
At a school with over 40,000 students, parking at Cal State Fullerton can be a hassle. Which is why Parking and Transportation Services is now providing over 1,000 additional parking spaces for students with valid parking permits for the first 4 weeks of the semester.
It really became apparent last semester, the fall semester. We hit a point where we exceeded capacity even with our mitigation measures. So that's when we understood that, okay, we need to do something more than what we're already doing.
Over 500 spaces are available at the Evangelical Free Church on levels 2 and 3 of the parking structure, and over 200 spaces are available at both the Titan Hall lot, located across the street from the Nutwood parking structure, and at the Brea Mall on the top level of parking structure C.
I do like it because sometimes the Nutwood parking structure gets really crowded, so this is like a nice option that we have.
The most beneficial part so far is the shuttle service because it provides me with a way to get to campus from here.
I like it a lot. It's really helpful. I don't have to stress about parking at school, especially in the rain.
A shuttle service is also available with pickups every 15 minutes.
The additional parking is available Monday through Thursday from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. up until February 16th, so take advantage of it while you can. For OC News, I'm Savannah Romero.
A local high school basketball sensation puts his name in the record books.
And when we come back, we'll tell you just what he did.
We are neighbors and best friends.
I love my sister.
My heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
Our family is no less than any other family.
In sports, the Ducks and the Kings hit the ice on the East Coast. The Lakers look to continue their winning ways, top news in football, and Fullerton's women's tennis is red hot. Let's send it now to Dominic Lorenz with an update in sports.
Thanks, Nick. Did you hear about Chino Hills high school basketball player LaMelo Ball, who scored 92 points against Los Osos last night? This was the second most points scored in a CIF Southern Section game behind Tigran Grigorian of Pico Rivera, who set the CIF Southern Section record with 100 points in a game during the 2002-2003 season. Chino Hills went on and defeated Los Osos by the score of 146 to 123. Let's go to the ice, with the Anaheim Ducks continuing their East Coast road trip last night at Madison Square Garden to face the New York Rangers. We start in the first period when the Rangers' Oscar Lindbergh strikes with an early quick-tipped pass Jonathan Gibson for the 1-0 lead. After the Rangers took a 2-0 lead on Matt Zuccarello's goal, the Ducks fight back off a turnover from Andrew Cogliano and snipes it right in Jakob Silverberg to cut the lead in half. But unfortunately, that's as close as the Ducks would get. The Rangers cashed in 2 more goals in the third period, and goalie Hendrik Lundqvist put on a superstar performance with 43 saves. The Ducks are 4-1 on the season, or fall 4-1, and will look to get back into the win column Thursday night against the Buffalo Sabres. Down south in Florida, the LA Kings look to bounce back against the Tampa Bay Lightning after getting shut out by the Washington Capitals 5-0 Sunday afternoon. Would the Kings' lackluster performance continue? Let's look at some of the highlights. In the first period, Tampa Bay Jonathan Drouin scores past Peter Budaj for a quick 1-0 lead, and then the onslaught continued. Second period, Nikolic Krušević past Budaj again, 2-0. And then again, Tampa Bay keeps on going, pouring it on the LA Kings with another goal by Gabriel Dumont, and just like that, Tampa Bay with a 3-0 lead. But Tampa Bay's goalie Ben Bishop pitched his first shutout of the season, and the Tampa Bay Lightning beat the LA Kings 5-0. Switching gears from the ice to the hardwood, after the Lakers demolished the New York Knicks Monday night 121-107, the Lakers look to take care of business on the road against the Detroit Pistons. As of right now, since the game is live, let's take a quick look at the score. And from my standing, we are tied up 33-33 in the second quarter with 8:55 remaining. Next, we have the New England Patriots. They are the Super Bowl champions this year, and they celebrated their Super Bowl victory, their 5th Super Bowl victory, down the streets of Boston with their faithful fans. Yes, it may have been a brisk 33 degrees, but when you have the Lombardi Trophy, nothing will stand in your way of a good party. Also, the San Francisco 49ers have officially hired a new head coach. The 49ers have hired Atlanta Falcons offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan to be their new coach. He will join first-time general manager John Lynch as they look to take control of the 49ers franchise. Here in Cal State Fullerton, over the weekend, our women's tennis team continued their dominant play in Northern California against the University of San Francisco and Santa Clara University. The reigning Big West Tennis Athlete of the Week, Alexis Valenzuela, and teammate Camille De Leon led the team to a 5-1 victory versus San Francisco on Friday and a 4-0 sweep against Santa Clara on Saturday. The Titans have now won 6 straight games to open up the season, which is the best start in school history. They look to remain undefeated Saturday against the Highlanders of UC Riverside. That will do it for sports. Let's send it back to Nick and Taylor at the desk.
Thanks, Dominic. Right now, let's send it live to Tony Fan, who is at Goodwin Field to preview the Cal State Fullerton men's 2017 baseball season.
Last season's 17-7 record and finished the season in the Big West Championship. Sophomore Colton Eastman was recognized as National Freshman Pitcher of the Year, and it hasn't been done by any time since 2013 by Thomas Eshelman. Coach Vanderhook in their first practice said, "It's all about practicing and refreshing with the skills of what the boys already know." So they look to put this in play next week in opening weekend against Stanford. In honor of Augie Garrido and his extraordinary career, they're giving out free bobbleheads. So be here, Goodwin Field, 7 p.m. as they take on Stanford. Good luck to our boys. I'm Tony Fan, OC News. Back to you in the studio.
South Korea is gearing up to hold a high-tech Winter Olympic Games in 2018. After the break, we'll give you the details.
If I got to go to college, oh my goodness. I like discovering new things. You get to see what works for you and what doesn't. That helps you evolve as a person. You get to make like a supernova of skill or talent or whatever it is. I've always wanted to go to college. I just feel like that's my destiny. My name is Queen, and I am your dividend.
New GPS sensors attached to athletes' uniforms are used to follow the competitors along the entire course. Video footage is also transmitted through an ultra-miniature camera attached to bobsleds. Spectators can experience the thrilling race in real time from the same perspective as a rider. The pilot of 5G telecommunication technology will be introduced at the 2018 Winter Olympic Games next year for the first time in the world. The establishment of the 5G network will make it real-time hologram communications possible. Time slicing service will also be introduced, allowing audiences or viewers to select and see only their favorite scenes in 3D.
That's going to do it for us here at OC News. Thanks for joining us. We'd love to hear from you if you see any news here on campus or in Orange County. Reach out to us on social media.
You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, all under the handle OC News. Catch us outside.
How about that? Good night.